Fireworks suck. Happy Independence Day. Welcome to the Jason Rantz Show, presented by None Better Tax Resolution. Fireworks. The quintessential symbol of American freedom, right? I love Independence Day, but I gotta be honest, I despise fireworks. Now, not because I'm some killjoy who hates fun. Well, that's certainly true, just not in this case. In this case, I hate fireworks because after the first 17 seconds, they're about as thrilling as watching paint dry. Repetitive, loud, ultimately a colossal waste of time. You see, fireworks are for children, and I guess people with the attention span of a gnat. You see, once you've seen one explosion of glittering lights, you've seen them all. They're like the Michael Bay of holiday celebrations, all flash, no substance. It's the same plot over and over and over again with slightly different action sequences. But I've got a problem this year, a little bit more so than in years past. As much as I loathe these overblown sparklers, the people who complain about them are simply unbearable. And they're ruining my hatred of fireworks because I fear I'm going to be lumped in with them. Every single year without fail, the same sanctimonious crusaders crawl out of the woodwork to hide their anti-American spirit behind this claim of hating fireworks the way that I do. Think of the veterans with PTSD, they cry, as if every single veteran is cowering under their bed at the mere hint of a firecracker. They're not. I say this not to diminish PTSD, it's obviously real. But the idea that these activists care is simply absurd. They don't care. They're using veterans for their own crusade. They just don't like Independence Day because it celebrates a settler colonial white supremacy culture, blah, 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 some nonsense word salad that they vomit from their face holes. And then there's the environmental warriors. They're clutching their pearls over the supposed pollution of fireworks. I'm sorry, but have you seen the state of our cities? You can't walk a block without stepping over tin foil covered in fentanyl or dodging a pile of human waste. But sure, let's focus on the minuscule amount of pollution from fireworks. It's like worrying about a splinter while you're bleeding out from a gunshot wound. I tell these people to prioritize, but we know they're simply not capable. They just simply hate fireworks. I love Independence Day. I love everything it stands for, the freedom, the barbecues, the sense of unity. It's the one day where we can all come together to celebrate what makes this country so great. And yet every single year, I find myself torn between my disdain for the repetitive firework displays and my absolute revulsion for the whiners who use this holiday to push their anti-American agendas. So where does that leave me? Stuck in the middle, hating the fireworks, but hating the activists even more. They're like two sides of the same irritating coin. One is a childish spectacle that loses its luster in 17 seconds, and the other is a parade of virtue signalers who think they're saving the world, one dampened celebration at a time. You see, in the end, I'm going to tolerate the fireworks. I'll roll my eyes, I'll sigh deeply, which honestly is how I get through most days anyway, and then I'll just endure the endless pops and booms. But please, I beg of you, do not lump me in with the killjoy activists who want to rain on everyone's parade. I'd rather be bored to tears by fireworks than be associated with those sanctimonious zealots. You see, at least fireworks, for all their faults, they're honest in their simplicity. They explode, they're done, we move on. The complainers, they're the gift that keeps on giving, and I wish I could return them. I've got the receipts of all the stupid things they've said, but there's no return policy. Happy Independence Day, everyone. I sat down with our local tax expert and advocate, Greg Nunn from None Better Tax Resolution. Tell me a little bit about the Fresh Start program, because again, based on how it's promoted, it seems really, really simple.
This Fresh Start program and that phrase has been around for many, many, many years now. But it's a great marketing tool to say, hey, fresh start. And in a way, for those that qualify, it is. What it essentially is an offer in compromise. And to get that, there's two main criteria a person must qualify for. One, they must have limited or no equity in assets. So generally, anyone in the Puget Sound region that owns a home and has for several years, they're going to have a lot of equity. They won't qualify. And the other is an income level. And that all depends upon your family size about how much income that could be. But both of those standards need to be met to qualify. Most people do not.
If you're having trouble with the IRS, then call Greg Nunn of None Better Tax Resolution. From stress to success with IRS Solutions. 425 947-1967 or Google NUNN, none better, tax resolution. Did you like that commentary? Make sure you subscribe to the podcast of The Jason Rantz Show. Get it at KTTH.com or wherever it is you download your podcasts.